Hey, what up, everybody? This is LB the Realist with Surrealistic Studios, where the realists are real. I appreciate everybody who landed on this video tonight, this morning. Go ahead and hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to me if you haven't before, and leave me your thoughts at the bottom. I want to hear what you have to say on this subject. So, let's jump right into it. I'm just here defending Remy Ma. I'm just here defending Remy Ma. She did a segment on State of the Culture, I believe it's called. It's a show with Joe Budden and somebody named Jinx and Scotty Beam or Beam Me Up Scotty or something like that. And they got a show on YouTube and they talk about stuff. And one of the things they talked about was Bill Cosby. So they basically strawmanned her. They talked over her. It was 3 against 1, all 3 of them against Remy Ma. And Remy Ma's point was, where is your evidence to prove that Bill Cosby raped or sexually assaulted anybody? You know, and the chick, I guess her name is Scotty, said, well, he said in a deposition that he drugged and raped women. And I got mad because nobody pushed back on the point that that was a lie. They keep repeating that same lie over and over and over again. It's called proof by assertion. It means if you repeat something over and over and over and over again, people will start to believe it just because it's been said over and over again. It's the only thing they've heard, so they have to believe it because it's been said over and over again. So if you say things repeatedly, apparently that makes it true. And this chick Scotty, started getting emotional, and I had to rewatch the interview. I watched it one time, and then I originally did a recording. It was 51 almost 51 minutes and 50 seconds long is where I stopped really talking about Bill Cosby. And I noticed it was 51:50, almost an hour long. That's how I knew that I was doing a little too much. And I had to start over, okay? But anyways, she got real emotional, Scotty. She got emotional. And she started saying that, Bill Cosby is, he needs to be put under the jail. He needs to be put under the prison, and fuck Bill Cosby this. In my own words, that's what she said, basically. She was just talking her shit, saying that if you rape somebody, you need to go to jail. And I think that we, as reasonable folks, would all agree to that. If you rape somebody, you should go to prison. But again, there was no evidence provided that says that Bill Cosby raped anybody. And furthermore, he wasn't convicted of rape. He was convicted of sexual assault. So they keep repeating the lie that he said in a deposition that he drugged and raped women. But in the deposition, I did an earlier video, I put it in the thumbnail, so it's right there plain and clear for everybody to see. They asked him, did you obtain Quaaludes with the intent on giving them to young women you wanted to have sex with? And he answered yes. That's not the same as drugging and raping women. No matter how you try to dice that shit, that is not drugging and raping women. That's not what he admitted to. So they keep repeating that lie over and over again, even though it's a lie, and people keep repeating it because of proof by assertion, and it's a lie, and it's irritating my soul. So Remy Ma's point was they had no actual evidence. Another point she had was that, all too often we see black men and people of color get railroaded by our so-called justice system. And this is the same system that black people and other people are rushing to defend. This is the same system. They act as though in 2018 we just now figured it out. Like our justice system is perfect, and like nobody would ever get railroaded. Bill Cosby could never get railroaded in our justice system. What are you talking about? Like everybody is just brushing this under the rug as if it's nothing, and it's something, you know? This is important. But they don't care. They don't care about justice. They don't care about the rule of law. They got this thing now where you're just supposed to believe women. So any woman can say what they want to say, and we're just supposed to take it as fact and use that as evidence in a possible crime. But it wouldn't be a possible crime. It wouldn't be alleged. It would be that's what it is because the woman said it, and we're supposed to believe women. Well, that goes against what we stand for. That goes against you're innocent until proven guilty. But nobody seems to be, you know, sensitive to that fact. Nobody seems to care about the facts at all nowadays. It seems as though the people just make up their own facts. They just go with what they feel. There's a lot of emotion thrown in this Me Too shit. A lot of emotion and feelings. And we're using emotions and feelings as factual evidence. And that's not equivalent. It's not equivalent. So, Remy Ma may as well, she might be the only real one on that show. Just keeping it 100, she might as, you know, I don't watch the show, so I can't really say for a fact. I don't want to make assumptions. But, you know, she's just making too much sense over there as far as, you know, the Eminem discussion goes with them, and as far as this Bill Cosby discussion goes. She's just throwing too much logic, and I don't think the rest of her panel is catching on to the logic. You know, they're not being reasonable, and they keep strawmanning her, saying, oh, you're defending rape, you're defending sexual assault. No, she's not defending rape, she's not defending sexual assault. She said that she had been through shit herself, as do most women do. That most women have gone through sexual assault. And she said she's one of them. And as a woman, you have to hold yourself responsible as far as letting it be known that, hey, this is what happened. You have to make it known. And that was one of her points, is as women, that women should, you know, it should be their responsibility, not only have a responsibility not only to themselves, but to other women that might go through the same thing they went through, to make it known. And I know that it's a huge problem in society that women don't like to come forward with allegations. And that's wrong. You know, that's not good. And we do have to have a serious discussion about rape and sexual assault in society, because it is rampant. It's a fucking disease, and it needs to be snuffed out for sure. But we're going about it in a very dangerous way, to the detriment of real people, real lives destroyed, without any real evidence being provided, with shaky testimonies and lying women. They keep bringing all these women in the conversation, 60 plus women, but 60 plus women didn't accuse Bill Cosby of rape. 60 plus women weren't used in court to convict him. They used one woman, Andrea Constant, and that wasn't for rape. They say he drugged her, and he only gave her Benadryl pills. Have you ever given somebody an aspirin or a Benadryl pill? I guess you drugged them. That's what they're saying. That he drugged her when he just handed her some pills and she took them willingly. I mean, these are the facts of the case. It's not hard for anybody to look up. This isn't hidden information. These are the facts of the case. She felt incapacitated by Benadryls to the point where she couldn't move or say anything to get Bill Cosby off of her. And he didn't rape her, but he, I think, digitally penetrated her or fingered her and touched her breast, apparently, allegedly. So he did all that just to do that, right? And then it just kills me that so many people believe, and I think another one of Remy Ma's points was that, you know, we're going to believe that all these white women, I'm sorry to have to bring race into it, but that's just a reality of our situation. You mean to tell me that all these white women were scared to come out in the 60s and 70s about a black man, regardless of who he was, about a black man raping her or sexually assaulting her? Get out of here. Are you serious? You mean to tell me that you're black and you believe that? You're black and you actually believe that a white woman would be nervous to say that a black man did anything to her in the 60s and 70s? I'm sorry, but you a sucker to me. You're a sucker. I mean, that's a sucker if I ever did see one. If you're black and you believe that and you a sucker, I'm sorry. Because that's not reality. That's not reasonable. That's not even a reasonable opinion to have. There's nothing reasonable about that opinion. We were less than dogs in this country. And by all accounts, we still are. I mean, in a lot of cases, it feels like that. You know, we're constantly, I'm not going to get into the black plight. Not on this one. But big ups and respect and shout out to Remy Ma for being the only real one over there. And standing up for truth and justice and reason and logic. You know, I'm not trying to defend rape and sexual assault. Nobody's defending rape and sexual assault. It's evil as fuck and it deserves to be dealt with. But when you say things like, well, if Bill Cosby did it, then he deserves to go to prison. When you say things like if, and you don't even realize that if means that you're uncertain. And if you're uncertain and you have reasonable doubt, why can't you translate that over to the trial and be like, wait a minute. You mean the jury proved beyond a reasonable doubt that Bill Cosby did these things? No. Oh, wait, no, they didn't. There was a lot of reasonable doubt. That's why they had a mistrial in the first place. Oh, they had a mistrial. Yeah, and then they came back and tried him again because they didn't get their conviction the first time. We got all these white guys out here doing everything they do. We got white men out here raping babies, literal babies, and getting probation. You know, the history of this country runs deep. And knowing that history, I refuse to believe lies. I refuse to believe that a black man could get away with raping all those white women for all that time, and we're just now hearing about it. Oh, but Hollywood has known about it for some time now, and they just, they just kept it under wraps. You know, they've known all along about Bill Cosby, right? Jennifer Lewis all of a sudden pops up with a Bill Cosby story a few months ago. Where was your Bill Cosby story all this time? But now, because you know he's convicted, now you want to come out with a story. Oh, I know he did it. Oh, child. I heard a story. You didn't hear shit. You just trying to jump on that Cosby hate wave. Don Lemon giving a platform to all these women that a lot of them lied. Like now there's this new Chloe Goins is trying to sue Cosby now. Chloe Goins was proven to be a liar already. And the only people to report it was TMZ, apparently. Chloe Goins, are you fucking kidding me? Most of these women have been proved to be liars. But nobody cares, you know. Nobody gives a shit about that. No, we like to act like we care about rule of law and about democracy and justice and all of this shit, but we really only care about it when it comes to certain people and when it comes to certain instances. But when it comes to other people, you know, we don't really care about it that much. You know, when you talk about the history of the country, you know, there was this old movie. My mom made me sit down and watch it when I was young. Some of my black people out there, some of my black folks out there might know about it. It's called Rosewood. Rosewood. It was based on a true story. And in this movie, long story short, this white woman is raped by her boyfriend, her husband, whoever she fucking. And he's white. He's a white guy. So the white guy rapes a white woman. Then he beats her ass. So he rapes her and then beats her. I believe, yeah, he beats her after. Yeah, he rapes her, beats her. Then she runs outside and tells the whole town that it was a nigga that did this. He said, what happened? They said, a nigga raped me. Yeah. So what do you think happened? Well, all the white townsfolk grabbed their pitchforks and ropes and torches, all their tiki torches and khakis and New Balance shoes, and they went around the town and they went to the black neighborhoods and they gathered all the black men or whatever and hunted them down and lynched them, beat them, tortured them, killed them. All because one white woman said she was assaulted and raped and beaten by a black man. Now that kind of stuff happens. Imagine watching that as a child, a black child growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit happens all the time. It happened. Like, it didn't take much for that kind of shit to happen. All it takes is for somebody to say something. Because I don't know if you guys realize it, but there's a problem with the black man and the white woman in this country. Like, it's a real taboo thing. Because, you know, we were less than dogs in this country. We were property. You know, black people were literal property. So when white men saw that white women were attracted to their property, the black man, you know, and it was a problem. They were jealous and they made it a thing. They were actually scared that black men were going to take their white women. You know, and that mentality kind of, it's still around to this day. You know, so it's real shit. You think I'm bullshitting right now? I'm not bullshitting you. This is a real thing. Now, if you talk to any black man, they will. I won't say any black man, but a lot of black men will tell you this. So, false rape accusations happen. They happen, and I just can't. I can't believe that so many of my folks out there are so blindsided to this shit. And they're so willing to throw Cosby, to just throw anybody under the bus that's accused. Like, in so many my you don't understand that it could be you. It's gonna be you next. They just did it to Bill Cosby. You think if they can do that to Bill Cosby, everything he did, everything he was to the world, to the black community, if they could do that to him, what do you think they can do to you? And I'm not saying Bill Cosby is totally without fault. I don't like the fact that people keep using the fact that he was in those situations as reason for him to be imprisoned. I'm saying being in those situations as far as being around those women and as far as his infidelity goes. I don't like the fact that they try to use that as a reason for him to be in prison. That's not right. That's not justification for him to be locked up. Justification for him to be locked up is if he actually raped and assaulted women. Not adultery or infidelity. If I'm using those terms correctly. You know what I'm saying? So kind of lost my train of thought on that one, but you know, this is the same system that disproportionately locks up black and brown people. You know, whether you're talking about the war on drugs, or whether you're talking about, you know, driving while black, DWB. I don't know if you guys heard of that. That's a thing. I mean, why wouldn't you believe that this could happen to Bill Cosby? Why wouldn't you believe that this is all just a game, a part of the game that they're playing? Why do you think that they made the face of the Me Too, the face of rape and sexual assault, a black face? Think about it for a minute. Like, they made the face of Me Too, the face of rape and sexual assault in America. They made him Bill Cosby. They made it Bill Cosby. Really? The whole history of this country, and you saying a black man is the father of rape and sexual assault in America? Wow. Wow. How did you find this country? Did you find this country? What happened to all the natives that were... Damn. I don't believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that are just defending the fact, or just trying to make... There's some people just, you know, angry at the fact that Bill Cosby is the one. And, you know, Harvey Weinstein and all these other faces out here, they're, you know, they're not in prison. You know, they don't really care so much about Cosby. I do. I care about the fact that it's Bill Cosby. I care that a man's life has been derailed and dragged through the mud and destroyed. I care about his wife Camille and how she's feeling, and his kids. I care about the fact that he lost his daughter earlier this year. He had a son that was murdered. And you know, the person who murdered his son is up for arraignment. You know, he's a blind man, basically, that has trouble getting around. 81, 82 years old now. And he got sentenced to 3 to 10 years. And you know they want to make him do the full 10. So, man, again, you know, it just kills me that so many of my people are so willing to believe this. And, you know, nobody's caring about the fact that it was an illegal trial to begin with. Nobody's caring about the fact that the women that they used to convict Bill Cosby lied multiple times. She lied multiple times in her story. Nobody cares though, right? You guys got your guy. You got your black man. He's the face of the Me Too. I know you guys are applauding. I know a lot of you are happy. You know, just know that when you say fuck Bill Cosby and all that shit to me in the comment section, just know you're saying you haven't proven anything to me. I've never had one commenter, not one person come on in the comment section and give me anything substantial, give me anything that would make me go, they got a point. Nothing. So for whatever your beliefs are, to me, as far as I'm concerned, you have nothing to back that up. I know what I'm saying. I have shit to back up what I'm saying. I have facts to back up what I'm saying. I have evidence to back up what I'm saying. I have more fucking evidence than Andrea fucking Constant had. Those are the facts. You know, so if you come in the comment section, just bring me the facts. That's all. Bring me the facts. You know, if you're saying just believe women, I just believe Andrea Constant. I mean, okay, that's your opinion, but you haven't changed mine. You know, but it don't matter anyway. At the end of the day, they got their guy, like I said. You know, and since he's convicted, I guess since he was convicted by a jury of his so-called peers, which it wasn't, I guess we're just supposed to forget about him now. I mean, that's it. He was convicted. I guess he did it. I guess he did it. He was convicted. I guess nobody who's ever convicted, you know, has ever been innocent before. I guess that's never happened. Shout out Remy Ma. But continuing to be a real one. In the face of fake shit. Alright, y'all. So the next time, remember the love from your hearts. Not enough of that going around. Remember the peace. Not enough of that going around. Remember to keep spreading that enlightenment. Ain't enough of that going around. And keep fighting. Alright? Keep thinking critically before they make that shit illegal too. Find me on all social media. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All over. BitChute and SoundCloud. Music's on the SoundCloud. I got my first official music video coming out soon. It's called Wildin' Stylin'. It'll be my first single off the album Live Young, Die Free, which doesn't have an official release date yet. I'm still working things out, but it is coming soon, I'll tell you that. That, as well as my mixtape Sick Flare Drip. So be on the lookout for that. I'll let you guys know. Until next time, be good, y'all. I'm out. Oh yeah. Free Cosby. And free Millie Hustle. And free Jai.